So, some of you may have heard of something called synesthesia. It's a neurological condition where senses are able to cross mix. I didn't realize into my 20s that I had synesthesia. I didn't realize that in my mind's eye, letters, numbers, and even sounds automatically have a color that was already pre-assigned in my head before I even thought about it. I discovered this in my 20s when I was struggling with a lot of concepts in school growing up. And one day I was like, oh, when I look at a score in my mind's eye, it's colored. And so I decided to color it according to my color coding. B is blue, F is purple, A is pink, E is red. And I colored it. And now because of it, I can process more complicated things a lot faster. Like this score by Schumann, I can read this score. I can instantly name all of the notes in this score without having to really even think about it. I've been teaching piano lessons for 8 to 9 years now. I've worked with 100 to probably 200 students, learning disabilities, intellectual disabilities, and delays in development. And anytime I'm going to ask those students, what do you think of? Do you think that letters have color? And they would all say yes. Now I would color code their score according to what their mind believed the letter was colored. All of them can read scores. All of them, whether they had a learning disability, an intellectual disability, or a delay in development. I even had a student who was about a week older than me that I worked with for 5 years. She had a different type of autism than me. She was probably cognitively about 4 or 5 years old and identified as non-speaking. And she was able to read scores that were colored. What she did was she communicated the color to me with sign language because she could speak sign language. I've had students with Down syndrome that this worked on, students with dyslexia that this worked on, students with ADHD, and students with all different types of autism, because autism is a spectrum. There's many types of it. And all of them could read a score. I can even do math sharper when the numbers are colored. And I wrote about some of this stuff in my senior bachelor's level thesis. And even in math class, I was allowed to use color coding to write my math out in. I was even allowed to do that. And I noticed that when color is